There are few things that put tears in my eyes, but one of them is a man who does not have an income and has to pretend, has to play, and has to go somewhere, spend the day, and come home knowing that he has nothing in his pocket. His children ask him to bring them sweets and good things, just like any child would ask of the father. But he has no means, he has no capacity, he is broke. Probably he lost his job a while back. Probably the company closed down, but he is not in a place to tell them that I do not have. That is a difficult place to be. A father wanting to provide, but yet being unable to provide because of one thing that happened that affected him greatly. And I find this is a difficult situation, especially for a lot of fathers, especially during that COVID time when people are losing jobs, being paid half of their salary, and it was happening everywhere all the time. And this is one situation that I do not want any man to have to go through. It is a difficult season, it is a difficult time, especially because men are defined by who they are, what they do, and their position. So when you lose a job, you might lose that position. You might lose who you are. You might feel less important. Depression might start knocking at the doorstep. It is a difficult season to be. But what do you do as a man to prevent such a situation from occurring? You may not prevent every employer from closing shop or every employer from firing you, but you may be able to do something that could be able to prevent you from getting to a point of desperate poverty. When a child asks for something like a sweet for 1 shilling and yet you do not have a single cent. One of these things they can be able to do is be able to secure some money, have some money set aside, some cash flow that could be able to meet your expenses for at least 6 months. So for 6 months, you have some pot of money or some investments that you can be able to liquidate fast. Some safe investments, not gambling kind of investment, safe investment that return on investment is almost assured and is able to be liquidated fast. Maybe a money market fund, maybe some money you could be able to recall from a bank deposit that you did, but some money that you have kept that is not being taken or eaten. If it is able to generate some income and avoid inflation, even better. But 6 months could be the thing that keeps you going for 6 months before you get the next job, for 6 months before your business jump starts, before you get the next level of financing that you need for your business to be able to flourish. The 6 months could be a lifeline for a lot of people. And especially if in the 6 months, if you budgeted for your expenses with all the nice things, the flowery things, but because you have no job or have no income, you're now budgeting the 6 months amount of money in expenses could be able to run to 8 months, then you are in a good financial position, in a place called financial safety, that you are safe from any bumps and blips on your financial journey. You are safe from anything that might affect your income generation in the immediate future. And if you take 6 months to secure a job, at least your financial circumstances, your children will not be affected. Your children will not be chased away for school fees. You will not go hungry. You will not be chased by your landlord. At least you have 6 months that you can be able to pay for those expenses. This is what is called safety. This is the first portion of securing your finances so that you do not get to that desperate place that we are talking about. The other thing is now being financially secure. You are safe now with the 6 months of money that you can be able to pay for your expenses. But now being financially secure is being able to overcome a financial downturn. A financial downturn can go anywhere between 3 years to 4 years. That is when everything goes haywire. All manner of inflation, all manner of land scale, unemployment in the region, all manner of depression and all manner of depressive economic conditions. 3 to 4 years. If you are able to allow for your investments and savings to take you for 3 to 4 years, let's say 4 years to be specific, 4 years, meaning that you are able to meet your expenses from your investments and from your reserves for 4 years. This would mean that probably you are not paying rent. Probably you have some other generating investments that are generating without you having to put time and effort to do these things. You have some income that you can be able to liquidate. You have some assets that you can be able to sell that are still valuable even in an economic downturn. One of the things that people can be able to secure themselves is to have some land and plant trees on it, because trees will always grow. They will not need a lot of attention, and people will always need timber. They will always need wood. And should that happen in the next 10 years, you will be safe because you can at least cut the pieces of wood. If you're still renting a house, you could build some simple structure, have a home over your head, and sell some timber and still have land to plant some vegetables. Should the worst of the worst happen, you are safe. For the next 4 years, you have a roof over your head that you're not paying expenses for. You have some income that is meeting your basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, and you are secure for the next 4 years. If you're not able to acquire the land, then at least your investments, you can be able to sell and be able to meet your expenses for the next 4 years. 4 years. This is not even money that you need to go into retirement with. This is money that, in case of a systematic and large-scale economic depression that will not allow you to get a job for the next 4 years, at least for the next 4 years, before the economy goes up again, you will be in a better financial position. My desire is a lot of you to be able to get to that point. Chances of that happening are few and slim, but the safety that gives you will allow you to be able to work more comfortably, knowing should the worst happen, for the next 4 years you are able to take care of yourself. But the third and final is financial independence. Financial independence so that should you lose a job and should you not make any income whatsoever going forward, you could be able to do an early retirement and live off the investments that you have already made. Should your business have a catastrophic failure where you cannot liquidate anything, you have something that can be able to support you until your death, still educate your children, still have food on your table. This is where your passive income generates the same amount of money that you need to live, to thrive, to survive. That is financial independence, that you are independent from having to put time and effort to make income. You do not have to be employed, but your investments can be able to generate an income that can allow you to be able to take care of your expenses. That is the desire that I have for the people who follow me, for the people who are subscribed, for the people who want to be financially well, that you have assets, investments that can be able to take you the long haul. Unfortunately, a lot of people, even those who go into retirement, have not planned for this. Statistics in Kenya say that 1 in 7 people are prepared for retirement effectively. And even for those who are prepared for it effectively, are not prepared beyond 7 years. So these are grim statistics that people who go into retirement are also not planned enough for it. So this financial independence is something that a lot of people do not reach. But those who reach are able to enjoy a certain lifestyle and a certain comfort in their retirement when they cannot be able to work and put the effort, when they cannot be able to hold businesses and do a lot of things, they are still well taken care of. Hope you're learning, you're growing, and becoming better in your financial affairs. Don't be that guy we're talking about who is in a difficult space. A space that will put tears in any man's eyes. Thank you and enjoy your day.